People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what's happened between me recording this video earlier today and it going on YouTube, because when I download the file, people, the sound that you lot are hearing now is there. When I upload it to YouTube, it's mute. So I apologize for the technical difficulties. So I'm going to have to do this all again. But I love you guys, so I do it for the cause. So yeah, smash the like button if you haven't. Allegedly, Joshua Kimmich has turned down a move to Arsenal. There's been some updates where our young Highlanders are concerned. Apparently, Lokonga is moving ever closer to signing for Sevilla. There's been some news over Joshua Zertsky, and there's plenty of other talking points, people. So let me share my screen with you lot. Hopefully, you lot can all hear me, and let's do exactly that. Let's start all over again, people. Let's start exactly here. Now, let's pause this because we don't need any copyright stuff. Now, Joshua Kimmich, as we all know, is contracted until 2025. The 29-year-old long-term are at Bayern Munich, and obviously German international. His future is subject to speculation. Now, where Bayern Munich are concerned, it's probably something you don't want to have happen, in the sense of, I'm sure a company wants some stability, just getting his foot in the door. Bayern Munich want to get their, Bundesliga title back, and I'm sure they want a resolution over Joshua Kimmich's future. Now, imagine if you're Joshua Kimmich, you're laughing. You could move to the Premier League, you could run down your deal, and move elsewhere for free and get a more lucrative contract. Or the longer that this goes on, obviously Bayern Munich are in a position of weakness, and they're going to have to make a decision. Do they sell him in the summer, which we're in now? Happy new month, new blessings, by the way, folks, people. Or, do they hope that he signs a new contract, really? Nobody knows. Now, Joshua Kimmich is going to have a pick of clubs. Everybody's going to be interested, Again, I know people be like, oh, he's 29. And people in footballing terms, people look at you at 29 like you're 97, people. I'd love Kimmich at the club. Now, again, it hasn't been clear. Well, it's not known to us if Arsenal have made a bid. We have seen some rumors on social media that Arsenal are expected to sign a German international that's currently playing at the Euros. So this adds fuel to the fire. Now, again, rumors and what's actually going on are very different things. 99% of these rumors are BS. And one thing we've seen under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal and Edu and everyone else is they keep the transfers relatively quiet. Like, how many transfers have been kind of public knowledge in a saga, people? I'd say Declan Rice, Kai Havertz picked up a bit of wind. We just signed a goalie out of nowhere, really, an 18-year-old lad. Relatively, they've been kept quiet. So I'm not saying we're not interested in Kimmich, but until people are holding shirts or it's come out that we've had a bid rejected, nobody has a clue. For what it's worth, though, allegedly, Kimmich is reportedly unwilling to sign for Arsenal or Liverpool because he's focused on signing for a different team. The Mirror claims Kimmich is keen to reignite with Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. As we know, the German international is in the final year of his contract and he could be available for 30 million quid. Arsenal, Liverpool, and Newcastle allegedly have all been interested in the Bayern Munich player with a view to signing him. So we'll have to see. I mean, the chance to play under Pep Guardiola and win a bunch of things at City is probably far too good to turn down. Now, Belgium have gone out of the Euros and Lokonga wasn't there, but apparently he's moving ever closer to completing a move away from this football club. We have heard this in the last few days. Sevilla are working on a move for Lokonga. It has been unclear at times whether it's going to be a permanent deal, whether it's going to be a loan with a buy option, or for me, if he is to go on loan again, an obligation. He's got 2 years left on his deal, one official year with the option of another. We've seen an interview where he said he's spoken to Arsenal and they've made clear that his future lies away. And for him, he deserves to get a bit of stability. You've been at Luton, you've been at Palace, you've been at Arsenal. Again, your future is neither here nor there. We all know that he's emerged as a serious transfer target for Sevilla. We all know that he was at Luton on loan last season. Sevilla understood to be interested in the Belgian with the possibility of either a loan or permanent deal on the table. Now, if I'm Sevilla, I want him on loan with a buy option because we have the best of both worlds. If he develops, great, we'll purchase him. We'll try and negotiate lower. If it's an obligation and he stinks up the place, then we're in serious issues for him. And he deserves the chance to reignite his career. We all know he's set to enter into the final year of his deal. And where Lokonga, Tavares, Tierney are concerned, we need to move them on. Then you throw in, unfortunately, Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, young Charlie Patton. We'll get on to Mika Biereth in a second. And also Arsenal need to manage the balance sheet. We need to get some outgoings. Ramsdale could be thrown into that as well. as we know, people, he's got an option, but he's into his final year. He did previously say in May. For me, I had a discussion with Arsenal, and the conclusion was the best thing for me was to leave the club. So now it's up to my agent and the club to find the solution. Wow, you couldn't even take any space in the squad. I still have a contract there, 1 year plus a 1 year option. So let's see what happens, people. So yeah, go and do your thing, man. Young Renell Waters and Koza Jubri are set to depart, people. In fact, they've officially left the club now. From a football club point of view, of course, whether they were going to make it in the first team or not, I do think our football club needs to find a way of bridging the gap. And what I mean by that is clearly, we've got from the under 21s into the first team, we can do that. But what I mean is, if it's abundantly clear these guys are not going to make it at the football club for whether it's ability or something else, you need to make top money on these players, because if these two were at other clubs, they probably would have been, whether they're good enough or not, would have been sold for 20 odd million quid or something. Now, for me personally, if I was or Koza Jubri's family members and whatnot, I think it's best to move on. On paper, where Koza Jubri's concerned, you've got Gabriel Jesus who can play out wide, Bakayo Saka, Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, and probably somebody I've missed out, Martinelli. For Waters, obviously, he can play all across the back four. I think he's a fullback, but he can play left back, right back, and centre half, really. But if we're doing that, you've got Benjamin White to contest with, Kirill to contest with, Timber to contest with, Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, players that are significantly more experienced, have a higher standard in the squad, and they're international level footballers. And I'm not criticizing Arteta, but none of these guys have made their debuts in official capacity. They've been on the bench. So it makes sense to depart, people, and go and be somewhere where, you might be thrown into a first team and get some first team action from the jump, or it's a club that have less resources than Arsenal, and they say, listen, you're going on loan for 1 more year, you're going on loan for a year, you get some experience and we'll reintegrate you. It is a shame, but at the end of the day, minutes are currency. Under 21s football isn't going to help, and I won't quite go as far as to say it's a year wasted for either player, because I don't think it is, but they definitely should be outside of their comfort zone. For Koza Jubri, I'm not interested in if he can bully these young defenders he's been playing against for years. For Waters, it don't matter if you can pocket young attackers. They need to be playing some seasoned vets, playing in scenarios where you've got 2 games a week, 3 games in 10 days. Doesn't matter if you did it on the Tuesday. Can you do it on the Saturday? Playing for a manager that, obviously you're going to lose your job if results don't go elsewhere. Playing against, seasoned vets that at the end of the day, it's either you or them. Somebody's got to play and someone's got to be on the bench. So I wish them all the best. The better we get as a football club in general, there's less opportunities for young players. But at the same time, I do think we could do better, at least in making money. Keeping up the theme with Haaland, allegedly, well, he came from Fulham, but you get the point. Academy, let's say. Arsenal forward Mika Biereth in advanced talks to join Stuttgart. Allegedly, he's close to agreeing a deal to rejoin Stuttgart on loan. He spent last season there in Austria, won a trophy. Obviously, in his short career at 21, he's played in Holland, he's played in Scotland, and obviously he's played in Austria. In fact, his loan spell in Scotland last season was cut short as he went to join, Stuttgart in Austria, and with the greatest of respect to Scotland, playing a more competitive league. Now, minutes are currency, I like Mika Biereth's attitude. He's got in a nice way, and I don't give a shit attitude, if that makes sense. Like, he takes everything in his stride. He's all, I like him like that. But at the end of the day, Arsenal haven't brought in a striker. But if we did bring in Sesko and are within the next 12 to 18 months, we're bringing in a forward, bearing in mind Sesko is his age, there's a new striker, there's Gabriel Jesus, there's Kai Havertz, there's the option of Martinelli and Trossard, who could potentially be utilized through the middle ahead of you. It does not make sense to stay at Arsenal Football Club where, you might get a chance at pre-season or you might head out on loan again. Of course, I would love everyone to get an opportunity, but minutes are currency, and I'm sure they all want to make it at the football club, but they need to not be realistic, but realistic. What can I do to become an established professional footballer in the established game? And that probably is to depart, people. If we can make a handsome profit if he is sold versus on loan for a player we signed in 2021 or so, then it's decent. He's been on the bench 4 times. Last season for Stuttgart, he got 6 goals in 15 assists, 15 appearances, apologies. Crucially, though, he's got 1 year left on his contract. So does it make sense for Arsenal to, sign him to a new deal, provided he agrees to such, and keep him as a commodity, sign him to a new deal, protect resale value? If he has a great season at Stuttgart again, or even better, we're in a great position. You can't rule out, if that was to happen, him having an opportunity at Arsenal Football Club or probably being sold for a substantial fee. And if you're a Biereth, would you sign the deal? I'm not too sure, people. It's unclear whether this tends to be leaning towards a loan, but yeah, and it makes sense for him to stay at Stuttgart. They like you. They did try and buy you permanently previously. They're on to you, You stay at the club, you get some stability. He's played in 3 countries. From a lifestyle point of view, it's going to help him as a young man because it shows he's adaptable playing in different countries and all of that stuff. But you need some stability. You need to know where you stand, in which a couple of these young players, in truth, they don't. Even if you look at Eddie and Nelson, there's a different because they're in the first team. But, 1 minute you're on loan, then you're gone, then you're on loan, then you're gone. So we'll have to see. Allegedly, Arsenal have been beaten to the signing of Archie Gray, people by Spurs. In fact, us and Chelsea. Apparently, Brentford had a bid rejected as well. I think Archie Gray one day will play for England if his development serves well. I'm sure Leeds are disappointed that he's been sold, but I think he's a quality player, and I think Postecoglou could get a tune out of him. It makes more sense to go to Spurs over Arsenal and Chelsea. Of course, it doesn't because it's Spurs, but Mikel Arteta has shown he can work with young players. But again, you've got Odegaard who can play in midfield, Kai Havertz, Fabio Vieira, Smith Rowe, Jorginho, Thomas Partey. Arsenal rumoured to bring in another midfielder. Chelsea got more players, let alone midfielders, than we can count. Spurs, Højbjerg's cutting, Bentancur has had injuries. You're probably more likely to play in that environment, people. So again, being beaten for a signing, we don't have news that Arsenal officially bidded for the guy, so who knows? But yeah, that one there can be put to bed. Romano has been speaking about Bakayoko, who I'm sure a lot of us would like a winger at Arsenal Football Club. I saw these links, but at the moment, I have no confirmation on anything. Nothing is advanced or concrete at this stage between Arsenal and Bakayoko. He's been scouted by several clubs. He is for sure one of the most talented wingers available on the market. But at the moment, Arsenal still have not started concrete negotiations with the player or with the club for Bakayoko, so it's still early. I think Arsenal will take their time before deciding what they want to do in that position. But at the moment, for Bakayoko, it's not something imminent or something close. Now, obviously, with Bakayoko's Belgium, exit in the Euros, I'm sure him and a number of Belgian players can sort out their club future if that is needed, people. Smith Rowe allegedly has a £25 million price tag on his head. I mean, it's like clockwork. Saliba had a great game against Lukaku in Belgium, and he's establishing himself in the French setup. Do you think Saliba's the best centre-back in the world at the moment? I'm actually in the process of doing a video for that. Like clockwork, Real Madrid and PSG are interested. I personally, allegedly, I think PSG probably more interested than Real Madrid. I think everyone would be interested if Saliba was available, but he's a key part of Arsenal Football Club. He's been signed under a long-term deal, which, you go back many years, we'd be scared about Saliba going. Now it's going to take something ridiculous. So I don't quite buy that. I think there's an admiration, and if he keeps up this trajectory, then it's the natural thing that these clubs will be interested. Carrying on the theme of teams going out of the Euros, Riccardo Calafori did well for Italy in what they played in the Euros, as well as Bologna at club level. He's been linked with Arsenal as well as other clubs. Apparently, some reports say his first choice is either to stay at Bologna or go to Juventus. We could deal with real competition for Gabriel / someone that could take his place and also can play as an inverted fullback. For Romano has said, people, Arsenal have scheduled an initial meeting regarding a move for the Italy international, although they are yet to submit a bid, people. So it's premature at this moment in time, but we'll have to watch that. Nico Williams, every moment he plays for Spain at the Euros, is priced, his interest in him is going up. He's got a release clause. Barcelona have been seen as the front runners. Arsenal and Chelsea, some reports say a move from either party for him is wide of the mark. Some say we're actually interested. It's well known he's on big wages, but if you play like how you're playing, it's, it comes with the territory. Apparently, some members of the board do not like the way Nico Williams has managed his future. What does that mean? I mean, I did see some reports that Barca aren't happy that he signed a new deal, because if he didn't, he'd have a year left on his deal. But you're getting more money by signing a new deal. He's obviously got an affection for Bilbao and wants to get them an important fee because he came through there. So yeah, we've been linked with Ferdi Kalagoglu, people, and rumours of a move for the Turkish international Fenerbahce fullback won't go away. We've heard from a lot of credible papers that, we want a fullback. Apparently, Arsenal and Man United have sent scouts to monitor the 24-year-old. We've been linked with Jadon Sancho. I mean, I like the illusion of Jadon Sancho. I like him as a player, and I don't doubt that Mikel Arteta could get a tune out of him, but he's quite volatile and he's going to be on big wages, people. We've gone over Bakayoko already. Apparently, we've had all our fixtures confirmed for the 2024 USA Tour, people. So yeah, we're doing our thing. Well, we're playing Bournemouth. We're playing Bournemouth in LA on the 8th of July. Then on the 27th of July, we're playing Manchester United. On the 31st, we're playing Liverpool. And big up the women, because they also have fixtures on the 18th of August and the 25th of August, people. So yeah, we're getting watch-alongs. And once again, happy new month to you lot. May July and the rest of the year be filled with blessings for you and your loved ones. On Joshua Zertsky, there sporting director of Bologna, courtesy of Romano, has said Joshua Zirkzee has release clause in his contract. I believe he is 99% going to leave the club. Allegedly, it's valid until mid-August. So again, this is the calm before the storm as the transfer window looks like it's set to heat up, folks. We knew Raya was going to be made permanent, but Romano said he understands that we've activated the buy option on Raya from Brentford. He's now officially permanently an Arsenal player, and I mean, we don't need official confirmation, but we'll wait on that. Joshua Zirkzee, is one player. Sorry, Ryan Cherky's been linked with us. It seems like he could be joining Borussia Dortmund, people, and apparently he's rejected PSG in that. So that appears to be everything. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Smash the like button. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties, but you know I go above and beyond for you lot. But yeah, I only got one more request. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Most importantly, take care of your loved ones. Stay blessed, stay safe. We'll link up again soon. Peace.